Vegas was supposed to be the place where any American could afford to dream big for a weekend. But casino executives just announced that dream is officially dead, and they killed it on purpose. They are not hiding their strategy anymore. They want Vegas to become an exclusive club where regular Americans are not welcome, cannot afford to participate, and should stop trying to visit. But here is what should terrify you about this transformation. Vegas was the testing ground for a business model that eliminates the middle class from American entertainment entirely. In this video, I will reveal how casino corporations coordinated this assault on working families, and expose why a no regular people allowed strategy is being adopted by every major entertainment destination in the country. The question that should keep you awake is this: if they can assassinate the American dream in Vegas and call it an upgrade, where are they planning to kill it next? They didn't just raise prices, they murdered accessibility itself. For decades, Las Vegas represented something uniquely American. It was the great equalizer, a desert oasis where a factory worker from Ohio could experience the same thrills as a Wall Street executive. The promise was simple, but powerful. Anyone, regardless of income or status, could afford a weekend of luxury, entertainment, and the chance to hit it big. This was not just marketing, it was baked into the business model. Affordable hotel rooms, complimentary drinks while gambling, all-you-can-eat buffets at reasonable prices, free parking, shows and entertainment at price points that did not require a second mortgage. Las Vegas understood something fundamental about America, that people would travel from across the country if they could access experiences normally reserved for the wealthy. But over the last decade, something sinister happened behind the scenes. Corporate executives at major casino companies did not just adjust their business models, they deliberately engineered the systematic destruction of middle-class accessibility in Las Vegas. The transformation was calculated, coordinated, and concealed behind euphemisms like property improvements and enhancing guest experiences. The free parking is gone. Affordable buffets have been eliminated. Complimentary drinks are severely restricted. Mid-range hotel rooms have been converted to premium-only accommodations. Even walking the Strip, once free entertainment, now requires navigating through luxury shopping malls and paid experiences designed to extract maximum revenue from every square foot. What we are witnessing is not simple inflation or market evolution. It is the deliberate assassination of the American dream in one of the few places where it was still alive and well. But here is the documented proof this assassination was premeditated. The corporate communications reveal they plan to kill the American dream. In 2017, an internal MGM Resorts memo, later leaked by a disillusioned executive, outlined what they euphemistically called demographic optimization. A 42-page document detailed strategies to systematically eliminate what they termed low-value guests, corporate code for middle-class Americans who were not spending enough per visit. The memo explicitly stated that they needed to transition away from volume-based customer acquisition to value-based customer cultivation. Put simply, fewer regular Americans and more wealthy elites. The document listed specific tactics to make Las Vegas less accessible, including implementing resort fees, eliminating free parking, and raising minimum bets at gaming tables. By 2018, this was not just one company's strategy. Industry consultants from Bain Capital and McKinsey developed comprehensive playbooks for what they called premium positioning across all major Las Vegas properties. These consultants circulated strategy documents between competing casino companies, creating an informal cartel dedicated to eliminating affordable options throughout the city. One revealing slide from a consultant presentation stated that low-margin customers create operational inefficiencies and degrade the experience for premium guests. The proposed solution was the gradual but persistent elimination of entry-level price points across all verticals. They were not just raising prices, they were deliberately removing access points for middle-class visitors. By 2019, major casino corporations had implemented executive training programs specifically designed to identify and discourage undesirable demographics. Leaked training materials instructed floor managers on subtle ways to make certain guests feel unwelcome, from reducing comp offerings to strategically closing affordable restaurant options during peak hours. Then came the perfect cover, the pandemic, in 2020. When Las Vegas shut down executives saw an opportunity to accelerate their transformation. Internal communications reveal they called COVID the perfect reset to implement changes that might otherwise face public backlash. One executive wrote in an email that when we reopen, we can blame necessary price increases on pandemic recovery, while permanently eliminating services that appeal primarily to budget-conscious visitors. The results speak for themselves. Between 2021 and 2023, Las Vegas completed its transformation from an accessible entertainment destination to an exclusive playground for the wealthy. A study by the University of Nevada found that the cost of a weekend visit to Las Vegas increased by over 60% during this period, far outpacing inflation or any reasonable pandemic recovery adjustment. And then the mask slipped completely. In earnings calls and industry conferences, executives began openly celebrating what they had accomplished. The chief executive officer of a major casino corporation recently said they are seeing exactly the customer they want in their properties now. The days of catering to all types are behind us. We have successfully elevated our guest profile and eliminated, frankly, a lot of the Riff Raff. Riff Raff. That is what they call working Americans who saved up for a vacation. That is what they call the people who built Las Vegas into what it is today. So what's driving this coordinated assault on working Americans? They discovered excluding people generated more profit than including them. This transformation wasn't driven by necessity. It was driven by Wall Street demands and the ruthless logic of shareholder capitalism. Corporate shareholders weren't satisfied with profits. They demanded maximum revenue per square foot, not maximum customers served. The math was simple and brutal. One wealthy visitor spending $1,000 is more profitable than 10 middle-class visitors spending $150 each. Wall Street analysts began praising what they called customer quality improvements in their investor reports. This wasn't about providing better service. It was code for eliminating working families from the customer base. In one particularly revealing analyst call, a major investment bank congratulated a casino chief executive officer for successfully transitioning away from low-value customers and cultivating a more desirable demographic profile. Private equity firms, which now own significant stakes in many Las Vegas properties, pushed exclusivity models that prioritize profit margins over accessibility. Their playbook is consistent across industries. Identify a beloved institution, purchase it, strip away the features that made it accessible to many, reposition it as a luxury product, and extract maximum profit from fewer, wealthier customers. Financial incentives throughout the industry shifted to reward executives who could implement this transformation most effectively. Executive compensation packages included specific bonuses tied to increasing average customer spending, regardless of how many customers were lost in the process. Internal documents reveal that executives receive substantial bonuses, specifically for eliminating low-yield amenities that primarily served middle-class visitors. The financial logic was reinforced by industry consultants who produced studies claiming that upscale customers preferred environments where they did not have to interact with people of lower economic status. One particularly disturbing presentation suggested creating psychological barriers to entry that would make working-class visitors feel unwelcome, without explicitly excluding them. And working Americans are realizing they have been deliberately betrayed. Families are sharing stories of feeling unwelcome in places they once loved. Social media platforms are filled with testimonials from longtime Las Vegas visitors describing hostile treatment and impossible pricing. A factory worker from Michigan who had visited Las Vegas annually for 15 years wrote that they made it clear people like him are not welcome anymore. He said the same room that cost $89 5 years ago is now $350, plus a $45 resort fee, plus $30 for parking. The cheap buffets are gone. The $5 blackjack tables are gone. Everything that made Las Vegas possible for working people like him is gone. Working families say they are made to feel not good enough for destinations their taxes helped build. Many point out the hypocrisy of casinos that receive taxpayer-funded infrastructure investments, tax breaks, and pandemic relief funds, only to turn around and implement policies specifically designed to exclude those same taxpayers from their properties. Veterans, teachers, and blue-collar workers share stories of exclusion from entertainment venues they supported for decades. One retired postal worker said he has been going to Las Vegas since 1985. This year, he realized he could not afford a single restaurant on the Strip. Even the food courts are charging $25 for a basic meal. They have made it clear, people who work for a living are not the customers they want anymore. The public is increasingly realizing this was not market evolution. It was deliberate class discrimination. When confronted with criticism about rising prices, one casino executive told shareholders that they were not interested in customers who are primarily driven by value, and that they want guests who do not look at price tags. But Vegas was just the pilot program for a much larger plan. They are exporting the Vegas exclusion model to every corner of American entertainment. The no Riff Raff strategy that proved so profitable in Las Vegas is now being implemented nationwide across the entire entertainment industry. The blueprint is being followed with remarkable consistency. Eliminate affordable options. Implement tiered access systems that privilege wealthy customers, and gradually transform formerly accessible entertainment venues into exclusive experiences. Disney, once the quintessential middle-class family vacation, has implemented pricing and reservation systems that effectively exclude working families. Annual passes have doubled or tripled in price. Special access passes allow wealthy visitors to skip lines that middle-class families must wait in. Even basic admission has increased at rates far exceeding inflation, with internal documents revealing explicit strategies to manage attendance by pricing out certain demographics. Sports venues nationwide have adopted premium experience models that eliminate affordable seating. New stadiums are built with fewer general admission seats and more luxury boxes and club sections. Teams justify massive public subsidies for these venues by promising community benefits, then implement pricing that makes attendance impossible for many community members. The average cost of taking a family of 4 to a Major League Baseball game, once America's accessible pastime, has increased by over 100% in the past decade. Concert venues, theme parks, and tourist destinations across the country have adopted Vegas-style exclusivity policies. VIP packages, premium tiers, and special access passes create a two-tier system where experience quality is directly tied to wealth. Even public spaces like beaches and parks increasingly feature premium sections accessible only to those who can afford special passes or memberships. The goal is clear: create entertainment, apartheid where economic class determines access to American leisure activities. Internal industry documents reveal that entertainment executives explicitly discuss demographic sorting and customer tier optimization as core business strategies. The basic philosophy is consistent: create artificial scarcity through tiered access, extract maximum revenue from wealthy customers, and gradually eliminate options for middle-class participants. This is not speculation. It is documented in industry conferences, executive training programs, and consultant playbooks. The same consultants who help Las Vegas casinos eliminate low-value guests now market their expertise to theme parks, sports franchises, concert promoters, and cruise lines. Their sales pitch is remarkably consistent. They say they can help upgrade a customer base by strategically eliminating accessibility. So how do working Americans fight back against this exclusion system? The American dream can only survive if you refuse to let them kill it. The first step is recognition, understanding that what is happening is not natural market evolution, but deliberate class discrimination. This transformation is not inevitable. It is a business strategy that succeeds only if consumers accept it passively. Reject businesses that practice class discrimination, and choose destinations that welcome everyone. Your spending power, even as a middle-class consumer, remains significant when exercised collectively. Research and support entertainment venues, destinations, and experiences that maintain affordable options and respect customers across income levels. Create social media communities to share information about companies that maintain accessibility versus those that deliberately eliminate it. Support politicians who oppose exclusionary business practices. Many of these entertainment venues receive substantial public subsidies, tax breaks, and infrastructure investments. Demand that public officials attach accessibility requirements to any public support. Entertainment companies should not be allowed to take taxpayer money while implementing policies designed to exclude most taxpayers from their facilities. Use social media to expose corporate contempt for working families. Companies fear public backlash, particularly when internal communications revealing contempt for middle-class customers are exposed. Document and share examples of exclusionary practices, excessive price increases, and elimination of formerly accessible options. Make no Riff Raff policies toxic to corporate brands. Demand public accountability from companies that receive tax benefits while excluding taxpayers. Many entertainment venues operate on land leased from the public, receive tax incentives, or benefit from publicly funded infrastructure. Create community organizations demanding that any business receiving public benefits must maintain accessibility for the public that provides those benefits. When enough Americans refuse to accept exclusion, entertainment businesses will be forced to restore accessibility or lose their customer base entirely. The American dream of accessible leisure and entertainment is not dead unless we allow it to be. Throughout American history, powerful corporate interests have attempted to restrict access to various parts of society, and they have ultimately failed when faced with organized public resistance. They assassinated your American dream and called it an upgrade. Have you been excluded from places that once welcomed you? Share your exclusion stories below. We are fighting this class war together. Subscribe if you refuse to let them eliminate working Americans from entertainment.